welcome back. My name is Amanda. Today, what I have for you is the end of the year book tag. Obviously, it is almost December, so this tag has been going around. Probably, I've seen it everywhere in the last month, but I wanted to wait until a little closer to December to do it, just because there were a lot of books coming out in November that I was really interested in receiving, and I wanted to at least get into a little bit before I started this, just to get a better feel for what's been released this year. So, without further ado, we have the end of the year book tag for 2019. All right, our first question, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Well, I'm the kind of person, I DNF a lot of books, and I know some people hate that, but I don't care. But once I decide not to finish something, I typically don't go back to it. Like recently, I decided not to finish Gideon the Ninth. I actually tried to read that twice and I DNF'd it completely. I'm like, no, done, goodbye. And then if you've been anywhere on social media in the bookish realm lately, I'm sure you saw the drama with that author. So taking a step back from that, don't intend to finish it. However, one book that I did start, actually just this week, that I hope to finish by the end of the year is Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevers? I'm gonna go with Lefevers. Now, I was told that this book there was an original trilogy that had Grave Mercy in it, and that this book and its upcoming sequel is a continuation of that world. I didn't know that when I bought it, but I started reading it. I read part of Grave Mercy, and I didn't get very far into it because I was in the middle of moving and things happened. But I started this, and it all makes sense. I'm not really sure you need to read Grave Mercy and that trilogy first. So far, this is absolutely absorbing, and I love it, and I really hope to finish it by the end of the year. Right now, I'm only on page 83 out of 498 pages. So I really hope to finish this one by the end of the year. It is holiday season. American Thanksgiving is this week, so we're getting into it. A lot of time in the kitchen is going to be spent, but that's that. Question 2: do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? No, I've mentioned it before, but I am completely a mood reader. I don't make plans or anything. I don't have a set TBR. I literally, when I picked up Courting Darkness, I just walked into my library here, one of the shelves, and I reached in right to this little slot and pulled this out because it sounded good, and I had to go sit at a car dealership for a while to have my car serviced. So it just went with me. It's good. I'm a complete mood reader. I'll just pick something on a whim. I don't have a plan. No autumnal read. Okay, question 3. Is there a new release you are still waiting for? I said at the beginning that I waited to do this video until almost December, just so all my pre-orders and things I was really excited about had already come in. So no, there's nothing really coming out in December that I'm super excited about. I don't think I have any pre-orders coming in December. There's nothing really. Seems like a pretty chill month, publishing-wise, at least for YA fantasy. I do have a couple coming in January and February, but December, not so much. Nothing I've really noticed. I'm probably gonna try and get through some of my backlist, hopefully. It's a rather long backlist. Question 4. What are 3 books you want to read by the end of the year? So obviously, Courting Darkness is one of them. I had done a post earlier about 5 books I want to read by the end of the year, and one of them was Gideon the Ninth, and obviously that one went out the window. So let's update that. 3 books I want to read. So finish Courting Darkness. I'm pointing at it. I'm not flailing my arm here needlessly. I'm pointing at the book where I sat it down instead of showing it to you. I'm ridiculous sometimes like that. Alright, I really hope to read Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. No, I know, Iron Gold came out January of last year, and Dark Age is already out, but I still haven't read Iron Gold. Even though I love the original Red Rising trilogy, I haven't read it yet. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's really big, and I'm intimidated by big books. So, I don't know. But, so, Courting Darkness, Iron Gold, I'm looking at my shelves. There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rollspool. I can't see very well. I would like to read that one by the end of the year as well. They're all little chunkier books than I usually read, but why sad. It's winter. We're stuck inside because it's horrible and cold and windy. So there's some books I hope to read by the end of the year. Oops, gotta be the fifth one. There it is. All right, number 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I very much think that when I finally take the plunge and read There Will Come a Darkness, it's going to be one of my favorites. I'm not sure it will take my favorite spot of the year, but it's definitely going to be up there. It might be in contention, but I'm also really loving this, so this one could be a contender too. So I also love the cover. I mean, just look at this. It is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. It's going to be one of my favorite book covers of the year. But no, I'm not even sure what my favorite book of the year is right now. I'll have to think on that one and come back to it. We'll see. All right. Next question. Number 6. Have you already started making reading plans for 2020? I don't do TBRs. I'm sorry. Like there are books coming out that I'm interested in getting and reading. That's certainly true. But there were books in 2017 that came out that I was interested in reading and I bought, and I still haven't read yet. So I'm not sure that really counts. Honestly, I looked at some of the ones, I browsed trying to find books coming out in 2020 that I'd be interested in reading. I probably did that earlier this week. And not a lot has sparked my interest so far. We are getting the concluding novel to Cora Carmack's Roar trilogy, or Aurora Pavan. I don't know what the trilogy is called, but these. We're getting the concluding novel to that. And I love the first book in that trilogy, which was called Roar. The second book, Rage, a bit of a letdown. So I have high hopes for the third one. I think that one's July of next year. I might be wrong about the month. Other than that, I can't, all the time, I'm not thinking of anything. Nothing has really sparked my interest yet. No, I was just thinking nothing's coming up. There's another question here. Oh, no more numbers. That was it. That was actually really short. But, this was a big year. 2019 was a big year for the YA fantasy genre, which is what I mostly read. And it's just so many wonderful titles came out this year. And I'm not sure if 2020 is going to be able to top it. I certainly hope so. I'd love to have, 50 new books in the genre that are really catching my interest. I'd love that. But right now, with what's already been announced for the year, there's not a lot sparking my interest like that. So I hope that more gets announced, that we get some fabulous cover reveals and all to make 2020 seem a little more interesting. I do hope at some point I will read The Priority of the Orange Tree. If I keep telling you this, maybe I'll get to it at some point. But look at this chunker. Look. Chunky boy is huge. I'm big books and I don't get along a lot. I'll get there someday because I love Samantha Shannon. But, that's it for now. That is the end of the year book tag for 2019. Now, thank you for tuning in here. Hope you have a fabulous day. I'll see you soon.